Hi Shankar sir, hi Kamal sir, hi Siddharth. Welcome to News 18.
Thank you.
It's an absolute honor to be speaking to all three of you. We're going to be talking about Hindustani too, and I think the trailer is very hard-hitting. And I'm really genuinely looking forward to watching the film. I just want to understand. So this is about zero tolerance, and we see glimpses of that in the trailer. It's all about that rather. What, according to all three of you, what does it really mean to be a patriot? A word that's so misconstrued today.
Yeah, from my point of view, doing your duty properly is the patriotism or தேசப்பற்றுன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க.
Right. Patriotism,
Yeah, not doing anything wrong. That is enough.
Yes.
That is the best service for the country.
Yes. Sir?
In a technological world which is shrinking, understanding is becoming more. Patriotism is a very old word. I am a citizen of the world. I am concerned when things go wrong in the world. And I shouldn't be part of it. Almost echoing his thought, I shouldn't add to the agony of the world. I want to be a world citizen, and I want to live to see the day when passports are abolished.
Wow.
That's my kind of thinking. So people do not have to agree with me.
Fabulous. Do you echo
For me,
that
I think
sentiment?
patriotism is a subset of humanitarianism and humanity itself. So I think the first goal is to be a good human being. And if you're a good human being, more likely than not, you will be a patriot.
Yeah.
Because then whatever about your country's rules or the way the people, citizens of your country are living and being treated, if you feel a change is needed, because it's not part of your greater understanding of humanity and goodness, then you will fight to change it. So then it comes to what Shankar sir says, which is you have to do your duty. Your duty is first to be a good human being, and second, do your duty as a good human being, because
Right.
then you will serve your nation automatically.
So just from you, I want to understand, when you're making a film like, Indian 2, how do you really steer clear from, let's say, jingoism or chest-thumping nationalism?
See, I'm keeping myself as an audience first. As an audience, what I will like,
Right.
in which way the film is being told, that I should like.
Right.
In such a way, the loudness or larger than life or exaggeration, everything, what the audience inside me permits. If I'm enjoying, I'll go little
Hi.
high.
Right.
And if I feel no, this is little high, means I'll tone down. So it's in my hands. When I make a film, when I edit, everything I'll see. For this I can permit because I'm enjoying it. So I'll permit this. I feel this is too much. Reduce it. Let it be in between, and somewhere I'll let it be a natural way. It's by instinct call. In such a way only. I make films.
Yeah.
We have a joke in Tamil,
Yes.
especially in the film industry, when we say "Romba violin vasikran." The fact that when something is dramatic, "Arey, itna violin kyun baja raha hai?" that is the question. Every
Yeah.
filmmaker, it's a personal choice. When is it too many violence? Same thing with jingo nationalism or anything. If he feels, if it goes beyond this, mere ko khatak raha hai, then he will. It's his personal medium. It's his expression. It's
Sure.
Yeah,
his
and
imagination.
if you're Nero, you still play violin, whatever
you
happens.
play the fiddle. Yeah.
That's true, that's correct. I remember, sir, in an interview you said that, of course, after so many years you're reuniting with him, and he's still he very calmly talks about, let's say when it comes to action or cut, he's very calm about it still on set. I just want to understand from you, on a high pressure set like this, where the stakes are so high, the budget is so high, how do you really maintain your calm with everything going on around?
See, you have to be like, if you're in tension, everybody will be in panic, and you won't get what you want to do. Even if you're not calm, you should make yourself calm. Then only you will get what you want. The clarity will be there.
Yeah, that is true. You are, technically you launched him, Siddharth.
Technically, no. Every way he only launched.
He launched you.
Yeah. So for me, I've had the honor of being on a Shankar set for more than 200 days in my life.
Wow.
So I can tell you, I have never seen him lose his calm. I have seen like places where I would have had, if I was the director of that film, I would have had a nervous breakdown. I've seen those kind of sets, and if I look at him, he'll just be looking at it and thinking in his head what has to be done to make it the ship move along. And it's all about, like he said, if the captain of the ship starts panicking, then everybody will panic, especially on such a large enterprise.
Right.
So he's always been like that. But earlier somebody was asking him questions about your films are being watched on mobile phone or whatever.
Right.
And he gave a beautiful answer. He said, I know my films will be watched in the theatre by my audience. When he directs, he directs for that scale. It's even more amazing that he does it with a completely zen and calm demeanor. So from my first film till now, my 38th film, he has been exactly the same.
The same.
Yeah.
And how have you seen him like evolving?
Oh God, now you're getting into trouble.
No. I'm seeing his growth.
Yeah.
Like, the first film itself, he did very well. He acted very well. Now I'm seeing his matured performance, and I need not to explain more. Just once I read, he'll sense what I'm expecting.
Yeah.
So he understands the cinema very well, and I'm so happy and proud about his growth. Like, I'm able to see a drastic difference from the first film, Boys, and now Hindustani too.
Right. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is the first time that both of you are sharing screen space in a film in all these years.
Yes.
Have you never received a script, or was there never any kind of conversation?
Listen, in Hindi there's a thing now, when you have to go to see Mataji, उसे बुलावा आता है. You can't say तुमने पहले बुलावे के लिए वो नहीं किया, मन्नत नहीं मांगी. मैं तो बचपन से मांग रहा हूँ. I've been waiting for this opportunity, and for me, I got my calling with this film, and my calling was given by him.
Yeah.
So that's why I said this is the whole the alchemy of these two people coming together, and I get to swim in the same pond is insane.
Insane.
So something,
it's like divine
everything. Yeah, it's
intervention.
absolutely. I believe in being at the right place at the right time and doing the right things. So somewhere, my past karma has brought me to this day. I'm always grateful for this opportunity.
How lovely. Sir, of course, actors learn so much from you. There's a lot of takeaway. But when you are acting, let's say with Siddharth, what is your takeaway from this generation of actors?
There's no generation for acting. You learn all the time.
Yeah.
So I learn, I learn from all generations. I have tutors of all ages. As a matter of fact, one of my films, my daughter had returned from America. She was there for 3 years. And she corrected my American accent for a character. She was my teacher. So an actor learns. He not only prepares, he learns. But life changes, technology changes, attitudes change. So you have to keep carefully watching, learning. And it's like psychology.
Yeah.
The psychology that Freud spoke and today's therapists speak are different languages.
Yeah.
They respect Freud, they ridicule him also. So I'll have to be prepared for that ridicule one day or other.
You're prepared for that.
No, and Kamal sir never does the same thing twice.
That is true.
So when you're learning from Kamal sir, you're not learning one specific thing. You're learning a psychology. You're learning an attitude. You're learning an approach.
Yeah.
And in his case, he's an amazing student. He's my teacher, but he's an amazing student because he keeps absorbing like a sponge.
Yeah.
And that's just amazing. And when he does it, when you already know everything, and yet you have the humility to say, I want to learn some more. There's a saying in Tamil that says that, what you know is in the fist of your hand, and what you don't know is everything that's outside.
But that's what makes him Kamal Haasan, the legend.
Yeah.
So you are, of course, a filmmaker yourself, and but I'm sure there are healthy discussions, when it comes to the script and all of that happens on set. But when you're enacting a scene in front of the camera that he's directing, let's say, is there a conflict between the actor and the director in you? Do you sometimes...
Never.
Never?
I started my career, my mentor is a fantastic director, and he's a fantastic actor also. So I knew the demarcation because he ceases to be the actor, Mr. Balachandar I'm talking about, when he goes beside the camera. Then he is another hawk looking at prey. Actually, he looks like that. He is watching us like that. There are no monitors. So you don't know when the eagle will strike.
Yeah.
But when he comes here, he becomes your character.
Yeah.
And he'll never cross that line. And he will never even give out a cue for an actor from his side, because that's a distraction for him. And he would have noticed. I don't even watch. He noticed it. He was too busy watching the monitor, so he wouldn't have noticed it. I don't go and look at
The monitor.
the monitor.
Oh, you never do.
Yeah, because I've seen my face so many times in the mirror. I memorize it. I trust them. That's his job. We are like a small little army. So we'll have to do our jobs properly instead of overlapping.
Right.
So
And I've learned from the best of my entire career. I'm not a monitor seeing actor. In fact,
you
Shankar
too.
sir, no, I don't. Because for me, it's very simple. It took me a long time to even get comfortable with seeing myself on a screen. I came from assistant direction. So for me to see myself on a screen, it took me many years to overcome that. But more importantly, it's what sir says. The people who are responsible for it are the director and the DOP. And you looking for me is, I'm not going to contribute to that. I'm not supposed to be part of that process. They will tell me if it's okay. And so I will only look at Shankar sir from a big distance. He'll be sitting. I know from the way he blinks after a take if I have to do one more or not.
Oh.
That's how well I know him.
There's
So
this
I'll keep
unsaid-
looking. And if he's not happy, I'll know he's not happy.
He's not happy.
So I'll just say, just give me one more, I'll just do one more, I'll just do one more. And then once I remember right, in Boys once and once in this film also, we had the same, he has a metaphor when you don't get the precise expression and you keep gumo firoing na. He says, tu dosa bana raha hai kya?
Achha, like
He says,
beating
I
around
want a
the
dot,
bush.
I don't want a dosa, I want a precise reaction. So I'll keep doing it, and then I remember it happened in Boys and in Hindustani too. He says, you want to just see it once, then you'll understand what I'm saying. And that really means something.
Yeah.
So when you see it, you know, okay, I understand what sir is saying. And
Yes.
so I use it as a tool, but I don't depend on a monitor. And you know that. And he also directs, his scripts are written in very proper dialogue structure.
Right.
You know, so when he's hearing his script a certain way, so sir will say the dialogue once, and I'll generally try to catch the rhythm and meter of how he says his dialogue. I don't mess with that too much. And that's what makes it larger than life, and you fit inside his frame.
Yeah.
And with Sir, when they both work together, and they're coming back after the biggest collaboration of 28 years ago, and they're making a sequel, he will come and just submit. And Sir will come, and the way they're working, it's like watching like a dance. So he'll just listen, Sir will it'll just happen, he'll go. There's not much conversation. You'll be surprised. It's not like let's discuss this. Nothing.
No.
They both will just come like video games. They'll play it and it'll get done. Yeah.
That's so nice.
But as a matter of fact, he might remember that while I was doing the dubbing of Indian Part 1, I said, let's go for Part 2. We were in the throes of getting that film released. So it felt like a joke when I said, let's do Part 2.
Okay.
But I really meant it.
At that time, I don't have a story. I told sir, yes, sir, it will be good, but I'm not having a story.
I'm so glad they didn't have the story then. Because I wouldn't have been in the film.
But do you remember your earliest interaction between the two of you?
Oh, yeah.
What was that like?
Like here was a guy, either he doesn't know what he's talking about or he knows. Because
He's a genius.
his demeanor, as he said, the calm is very unexpected of a director who is only one hit behind him.
Yeah.
But he was like the Shankar I meet today on the set, the same calm, not that he had lesser problem.
Yeah.
He must have had more problems then. But the one thing I admired about him is the calm. Because there must have been a lot of production problem.
Yeah.
But he had a fantastic producer in Part 1. We remember him very fondly even now.
Yeah.
That's how good he was.
Yeah.
And he is our first audience.
That was A.M. Ratnam sir, who was the OG producer of Hindustani and also the producer of Boys.
Yeah, I remember when
And
we
he was
shot.
he's a passionate man, and he will work on the lyrics of the films in the Telugu, and he doesn't stop anything. He wants everything to be as big as Sir wants it.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
I remember when we shot the Part 1, we shot in Australia with the kangaroos.
Okay.
Kangaroos, it's not easy to bring them in a frame. There are hundreds of kangaroos. So they are very sensitive.
Yeah.
So we have to play a music and immediately they all go. So we
Okay.
took some time for us to study, so we switched off the sound. So by 1, 2 and all, just without sound, sir and Manisha Koirala used to dance. And to bring in the kangaroos, very small crew when we go for the abroad shoot, there will be a small crew comparing to the crew what we have. And everybody is driving that kangaroos, like that, to bring inside the frame. You won't believe, Ratnam sir, he was having that Sabarimala mala, so he won't wear the chapel also.
Okay.
That for us, without chapel, like a kid, he's also, like, he want the frame to come beautiful.
Barefoot.
He want all the
Wow.
kangaroos.
Barefoot in the park.
Barefoot, he's at one corner. All from, we are all from myself, my ADs, camera, everybody, like go. So we brought all the kangaroos inside, we shot like that. So why I'm telling this, Mr. such a passionate producer, he also want to just putting money or something. Every frame you want, it should be the best.
And he was a technician, makeup artist,
Yeah.
who became a producer. And that film, in my career, was the costliest film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you imagine what it would have been for him. For all of us, it is the costliest film we are making in our career. And he stood by it.
Yeah.
And you could never say he is the producer of such a costly film because he's very happy and smiling. He doesn't look worried.
Yeah.
And it's very contagious.
I've also heard that it was actually one of the most difficult films at that time to shoot because, I'm talking about the technical work that went behind also making the film, right? Sir, you have worked with him and you have worked with Rajnikant sir. From you, I just want to understand solely as a fan, what do you think is that one similarity that connects the two of them as artists, as people?
See, the trust in the director, and the trust in the script. Both of them are like, if you do your work correctly, it will be very smooth on the work. If you didn't work properly, they will find out. Okay. And he also will find out. Then you'll be like, there won't be, there will be discussions and all. So I always work that fully equipped or fully worked out.
Yeah.
And then I go to, in a way, it's a plus point. Like when I'm working with sir, so my work also will grow a little because I should not get any rejection from him, any scene or any dialogue. So I work more. So I'll be always thinking, will he like this dialogue? Will he like this scene? Will he like this shot? It's always in my, indirectly, he's one of the reason, for my growth a little than my previous film.
Yeah. Have you seen an angry side to him or Rajni sir ever on set?
No.
No?
Okay.
Okay.
I have not seen.
Okay. Sir, has there ever been a conversation in recent years where, cameos also used to happen in the past, but, of late, the attention that, an extended appearance or a cameo gets has, of course, increased. Has there been a conversation of him, Rajni sir, making a cameo in your film or you making in one of his?
It's not a new combination. We have done
I'm
about
sure, of
13
course.
films together.
Yeah, I know. I'm talking about
We
recent
decided
times.
not to work together.
Okay.
And it is not like two competitors. We had the same mentors. Unlike any other place, the competition is there openly, but there's no envy.
Yeah.
It's two different paths.
No, and we are very proud to have two legends like that in our industry because they have been people who showed us the way in many, many ways. Like Rajni sir and Kamal sir took decisions years ago that they still stand by.
Yeah.
They don't, go and endorse surrogate advertising for alcohol and smoking and pan masala and all. They don't do all that.
Yeah.
If they had done it, then others would have also done it in the South.
So they
nobody
sort of
does it
set a
because of them.
precedent.
So they set
Yeah.
precedents.
We made another thing. We won't make snide remarks about each other. We made this call when we were in our 20s.
Okay.
It's not that we became older and wiser.
Yeah.
And very surprising is I'll have a surprise guest in my set and he in his set where I'll be doing something new and he'll come to watch.
Okay.
And you asked earlier, right, what is the similarity between both of them?
Yeah,
That one thing.
yeah.
For me, that similarity is him. Because whatever it is, they both get him and he gets both of them. And the films that they do together have a similar kind of ginormous, once in a generation kind of appeal. So he's
Yes,
the person
that's true.
he uses both of them perfectly, I feel.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, we don't have time. On a parting note, I'm just going to, throw one questions at all of you very quickly. So, there's a lot of conversation on social media among your fans as to how they want a Shankar cinematic universe. Has that thought ever come to your mind? Maybe, having Indian and Robo come together sometime?
Yeah, you won't believe in 2008 when I was filming Robot, that idea came in my mind like a story which involves Hindustani and one day Chief Minister Nayak and Shivaji
Wow.
in one film, one scratch, what do you call, like one thought or one line has come, like, so all coming together. Like that thought came, I was so excited. Then I called all my assistant directors. I feel like this, what do you think? They immediately stared at me like this.
Why?
They're thinking, is he mad? Like he's telling something like 3 characters in
Yeah.
one film and all. No, they've given that kind of look.
Yeah.
I didn't get any encouragement. So I thought, so I'm thinking something stupid. And then I went to some senior technicians and all. They are not able to tell anything. So when director is telling something, you should not feel bad. And they very mild smile, and they went off.
They were pretty subtle about it.
Sorry?
Very.
Way ahead of, because it's so ahead of time. They
Yeah.
don't get it, the universe concept.
So I didn't get any encouragement. So a lot of ideas comes and I'll throw to my family or my friends.
Okay.
When they don't respond properly, so I thought it's not a good idea.
Yeah.
So after that, after few years, I saw Avengers came.
Right.
So that was, I used to tell my assistant directors, in future, if you have any idea, do it immediately.
Yeah.
If you don't do it, somewhere in the world,
Sure.
people are
Absolutely.
imagining things. So you should be the first.
Right. Lastly, to the both of you, at least in the Hindi film industry of late, a conversation has gained ground about, the increase in the entourage fees and an actor's fees, which of course shoots up the production cost of a film also, which is why a lot of films are not being able to get made. Just from the two of you, what do you have to say about this conversation? Because I also read that, the Tamil, Film Producers Council, they're planning to go for a meeting, just to regulate the cash flow model. What do you have to say about this?
Well, I come from Mr. Balchandra's school. So don't pay these actors so much. If you don't want them, find new actors.
I come from the Maniratnam school, and we make films the way we make films. No films are not being made because of the so-called costs. So those costs don't apply to us. We make films the way we make films. It's not a relevant conversation. For
You want
as
Mr.
producers or as actors, it's not a relevant conversation.
You want a superstar like Rajinikanth, pay him. If you don't want him and you can't afford him, don't.
Yeah, sure.
It's as simple as that.
Right.
And after some time, both Mr. Rajini and I are looking for good scripts and not good payment.
Right.
Whatever amount of good money you wave at us will not convince us. It's a good script, and the hope that it will work for us is what is pushing us.
And I can assure you, Shankar sir and Kamal sir are the first warriors who will say, can we do away with caravan culture in some way so that they can set the frame.
Yeah.
Otherwise, for one Shankar sir shot, 15 caravans will have to keep moving around the location. So it's not convenient.
Sure.
So if it's an evil, it's a necessary evil, they'll find a balance, and that's up to the producer to find their piece. I think that's, anybody not involved in the discussion, especially in the outside world, should not get involved in that discussion at all.
Sure. Okay, great. On that note, thank you so much to all three of you. Thank you so much, sir, for this conversation.
Hindustani 2, July 12th.
Hindustani 2, yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.